Good morning, all. I know that today has been a hot mess, and I appreciate you sticking with us. I, I don't even know what to say. It's just a hot mess. Let's see. I still don't know what I'm doing here. What is this? Scale that up a little bit. Oh no, that's not good. No idea. No idea. No idea whatsoever what I'm doing. So while we wait for mine, she'll be here shortly. She's not feeling well today, so we're probably gonna have a little bit of a mess with me mostly talking because she's still recovering from a sickness. But then add in this mess. It's just ugh. Okay, let's take a look at the crossword. If this will let me see, I'm scared to go to the crossword because the last time I switched to a different screen, it just took me off of, last time I switched to a different tab, it took me off the screen. Well, yes, I will bring you in, but I was waiting for you to tell me you were ready. You did not send me a message saying you were ready, ma'am.
I messaged you twice.
No, you didn't. All I have is a thing that says 2 seconds.
I responded after that twice.
Nope. My phone says 2 seconds.
I said 2 seconds, and then I said all good now, and then I said bring me in, and then I said you have to add me. I messaged you 3 times.
All I have is 2 seconds. That's all I have.
Your phone is lying to you, actually.
2 seconds. Okay. Thank you for seeing us both, Ronald. We appreciate being seen.
Today is a disaster, honestly.
Okay, and I'm not even going to do the usual intro.
We've already botched it.
I'm going to take the crossword off.
It's already 11:30. We're just getting started.
I can't even type.
Well, I would help, but I have no access.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're going to hide that. We're going to show that. We're going to do that.
Ooh.
No.
So close. So vertical.
Are we gonna, let's see. Are we gonna do that?
But why am I so square? I'm an early 2000s TV show again.
I'm gonna do that. How about that? You like that?
I mean, it eliminates all the space, but my camera is just bad. I could switch to my other camera, but then it's not going to look like I'm looking at you.
Your camera's not bad. Meanwhile, I am a giant head again. Now you're a giant head along with me.
Yes, but it's never going to look like I'm looking at you because you're up on my TV over
I know.
Here instead of over there. And I don't like it not looking like I'm looking at you. Also, if I do this, I need to shrink my chair now. What do we think? Do I look better in the big head mode, or do I look better further away? You can still see Colette back here. She's just peeking
sure
in. Ronald says this looks good. Okay, if this is what we're doing, I'm gonna... Too far.
Okay.
And I'll just move you over here.
You moved me?
Like I'm looking at you almost.
Okay. Yeah, I never looked.
I moved you. You're not on my TV
like
anymore.
I'm looking at you either. And if I look close enough, I realize exactly how crooked my head is, and I don't want to focus on that right now.
It also unmirrored your camera.
No, I mirrored my camera, but my pictures are exactly where I'm pointing. So it looks right to me.
It doesn't look right to us.
It looks right to me. Do I have to fix it?
I mean, you don't have to. If it's okay with you, if you like it, I love it.
Shut up. It looks right to me.
Sure.
Okay. Well, abbreviated intro. Welcome to the rebranding of the Coffee Clatch. We are now the Conversation Chair. For those of you who may have found us who didn't watch any of our other videos, first of all, go back and watch us. You have to go under the live tab to see all of our nonsense. But TLDR, we just talk about a bunch of stuff. We don't have a particular niche. We do talk about our crafts, but we also talk about TV and what's going on in our lives. So if you just want to hang out with people having a conversation, not necessarily about current events, just a conversation. You know, if you want to hang out with people having a conversation, then that's what we are.
Something, audio ambiance, something, background sound.
Yeah, we'll get back to all of that next week because we're already late. So let's not.
We're very off the rails.
We're very off the rails today. And our usual software, Ronald.
We did run out of hours, but surprisingly earlier than we were supposed to.
Yeah, what happened was, and I know my memory is faulty, but we had 20 hours in our free plan. That's how it was before. And the only reason we switched to StreamYard, we were using StreamYard, for those who are new. The only reason we switched to the paid StreamYard for a while was because we wanted to be able to
stream to multiple
locations, to other locations.
And it was only $20
and stream to Twitch, and it was $20. So we were doing $20 a month. And those who are in the know about live streaming and YouTubing and all that other kind of stuff, they a few months ago decided, okay. And I think it's part, if I remember, I read correctly, it's because another company bought them. And so the company that bought them is all about business. And so they said, you have a free plan, and then you have the basic plan is now $35 a month. And $35 may not sound like a lot to some people, but I know there were several YouTubers that put up videos as soon as they did that were like, that's just because this is a hobby. Yeah. I don't want to spend $35 a month on this as a hobby. And that extra 15 was just enough to push it over for me that I did not want to spend that much. I barely was able to talk myself into the $20 a month because she and I are splitting it between us. But I know $35 a month was just annoying. So, but we dropped back down to the free, but there was still 20 hours a month.
Which is just enough for us to do our Wednesday and Friday streams.
Because we talk too darn much. And that's what we did for the past few months after we stopped, paying. We did for the past few months. And then this morning I go, and I was on time and everything. I got all my stuff in here. I turn on the computer, go pull up StreamYard, and I get a pop-up saying, you're on the free plan and you're out of hours. You only get 5 hours a month in the free plan.
5.
And I know it wasn't 5 before. I know it wasn't. I know I wasn't imagining this.
It wasn't, because we were talking about it multiple times of like, oh, well, we're getting close to the end of the 20, so we'll have like just enough to do a 2-hour stream for this day, and then it should reset on this day. Like, you're correct. We had more than that because we talked about it multiple times.
Okay. I just want to, because sometimes I forget things and I'm like, maybe it used to be 5. But no, we have not been paying for it these past several months. We went through, those who are, longtime viewers, remember we went through a couple streams where we were trying different things. And because we're not tech savvy as other YouTubers, so we can't figure out whether something works for us until we actually go live and see if it works.
We gotta stress test it.
We don't know how to fiddle with it and figure it out without being live. So we wasted several streams trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
And then
we had to speed run all of that again this morning, trying to remember which ones we liked.
Exactly, because we tried several things and several things didn't work for us. And so we decided, well, we'll just go back to StreamYard and do the free thing and really, tone ourselves down to not doing more than 2 hours per stream to make sure we can stay within the 20 hours a month. And so because of that, I don't have any of the notes that I took about this service and that service and the other service.
Nope. Because
we thought, okay, we're just going to stick with StreamYard, even though we're mad at them and their price hike and all this other stuff. And then they did this morning. And of course, Artemis / Maya, what is that? Nachos?
Chicken nachos, yes. Well, he made chicken last night, so he put some chicken and some cheese on some tortilla chips.
Lovely.
Room service. And I had 2 beverages because I don't think you realized that I had a beverage. So I've got, sorry, I'm trying to sit it somewhere where the foil's not going to.
Well, you need all the hydration.
I do.
So have your 2 beverages. But I don't have any of the notes. So now I have to go through this whole thing again to try to remember, because when Artemis's instinct was, okay, let's just go ahead and pay StreamYard for 1 more month so that we can just go ahead and get on this morning because people are waiting.
This feels backwards.
Yeah, but now you look normal because Colette is in the corner where she's supposed to be.
But Colette is supposed to be, I'm pointing where she is. Colette's supposed to be over here. It's so confusing. And I can't do this because this is going to throw me off because I'm thinking that I'm pointing at Colette right now when I'm pointing the wrong way. So we're going to have to be backwards. This is the new coffee clutch. I mean, this is the new conversation chair. Everything's mirrored. We're in the conversation chair dimension.
I'm used to your window being on the other side. It's on the right side for you now, I guess, as you see it, but it looks like it's the wrong side for me. Anyway, so I did not want to give exactly. Room service usually comes from the right.
Oh, I thought room service was coming from the left for you guys this whole time.
No, it was coming. It was coming from the right when we were on StreamYard. But I don't want to give StreamYard any more money because I am pissed at them. I'm like your father right now. I'm pissed at them for just not giving me any kind of warning. At least when they switched it before, they sent me an email. I mean, they were presumptuous and went ahead and signed me up for the $35 plan, but they at least sent me an email saying, hey, we signed you up for this great $35 plan. This time they didn't send me any email. I just went on and all of a sudden I don't have any hours.
That's the thing I think is most frustrating to me, because if they had sent us an email even like last night, we would have been able to Ronald says StreamYard was mirroring both of you without your consent or knowledge. If they had sent us an email last night, we would have been able to like go through the messages, figure out which service like seemed like it kind of worked, and like and sort something out. But we had to frantically do that during our stream time this morning, which is frustrating. Like I don't know.
No. Which also, as I was thinking as I was getting my coffee, which also just points out that this is, it's just a reminder that this is a business, that the days are gone where somebody can just, can just take their crappy computer and their crappy headset and get online and all of a sudden turn this into a going concern, as they used to say back in the mid-century, a going concern, and then eventually get enough money to upgrade their equipment and stuff like that. No, you can't do that. I don't see how people can do that these days, because if you're going to stream, if you want to stream more than 1 or 2 hours a month, you need to pay, and you need to come out of your pocket for a decent chunk of change every month. Because not only for the service, because like Streamlabs I can afford, but Streamlabs will not work on my computer. So even though the monthly service is cheap enough, I have to spend $2,000 on a better computer to use Streamlabs.
Yeah, it is no longer a free hobby. It is now a low cost hobby. It is now a paid high cost hobby.
And Ronald is telling us that we are lagging.
Yeah.
So see the way it looks to me, usually when we're lagging, I can see when I'm looking at the screen that my audio is not matched up with my mouth. But right now, to me, it looks clear and perfect to us, which is a bummer.
Well, there was one more streaming service that we used. It was like OneStudio or OneNote Studio or something like that.
Yeah,
I put it in one of the Google Keeps, so we can maybe try that one next week.
Yeah, I think I'm still subscribed to their. I think I'm still subscribed to their YouTube channel,
so we can check them out. Also, my 2 beverages. Ronald said he's having coffee in honor of the end of Coffee Clutch and the start of Conversation Share this morning. He said it in the other stream. But I've got a Sprit Chill, which is cherry lime. It's the closest that I can get to.
Are you saying Sprit to be cute about Sprite, or is that really called Sprit?
Oh, no, I'm saying it to be cute about Sprite. There's an E at the end of that.
Okay. Because I've never seen that can before.
Yeah, it's the new Sprit Chill. It's easier to recognize in the can. When it's in the bottle, the only thing that you'll see is like it looks like the normal bottle, and then there's little blue letters that say chill down at the bottom. And so I'll be like searching if I'm at like the gas station or something. I'll like rifle through the bottles to see if any of them are Sprite Chill. But this is the closest that I have to Cherry Lemon Sundrop is Sprite Chill. Yeah, because it's cherry lime.
Why not just buy a Cherry Lemon Sundrop?
They don't sell it up here. Literally every time we go home to visit you guys, we bring home 2 liters of Cherry Lemon Sundrop because they do not sell it up here. I don't even drink soda really that much.
Does Asheville think they're too bougie for Sundrop?
No, they sell normal Sundrop. They just don't sell cherry lemon for some reason. But the other, apparently the message y'all highlighted does not go away on its own. Yeah. It didn't go away on its own in the other ones either. We had to click them. She just hadn't clicked it. And normally I would click it.
Yeah, no, I know that it's still up there because we were still talking about the streaming software. That's why I left it. But I can take it if it is bothering you, Ronald. See, it is gone.
Ronald says you may be fine with it. It sounds great. It's just not matched up on either side. Ugh, that's frustrating. Maybe you've never heard of Cherry Lemon Sundrop?
Well, he's not in North Carolina though. Sundrop is a very North Carolina drink.
Is it? I thought it was like North Carolina, South Carolina, like Georgia, like that kind of this
It's
little area.
It's North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't know about Georgia.
Cherry lemon sun drop. Well, the other drink that I have, and I'm gonna pull up a screenshot of cherry lemon sun drop in a minute. But the other drink that I have is very, very local. Our one of our tea people at the I have so much brain fog right now being sick. I think I have a flu. Honestly, we're gonna full sidebar. I think I have a flu because I tested for COVID and I tested negative for COVID.
That's good.
But I did have a fever. Let's see, Saturday I had a fever of like 101 or 100.1. And just yesterday my temperature spiked again to like 99.7, 99.8, something like that. So it's
yeah, all the flus and the pneumonias and things are all teaming up right now this year.
Yeah, because I literally have been sick since Thursday. Like Wednesday, Ronald and Ari and I played Beat Saber, and then Ari and I played a game. We played Journey to the Savage Planet, and I played it for too long and got nauseous.
I remember you got sick.
Yeah, I got like nauseous sick, like I thought I was going to vomit. And so I ended up laying down, and then the next day I woke up and my throat was so sore, like super, super sore. So like, cause she and I were supposed to be recording some pre-recorded videos and we didn't get around to that. We didn't really get around to it because I wasn't feeling tip top. And then I like continued. I have been resting. The thing is, I've been stuck in bed since like Thursday evening. I'm tired of being stuck in bed, which is why I was like, I'm on camera today because I don't have to like this. I can just sit in a chair and talk. I had to cancel going to market today because I can't like walk around and help people walk around doing all that stuff. I can't. And also the brain fog is not like, I don't feel comfortable working with people's money right now, but I'm feeling better than I did, but still not 100%. But sidebar, I had to cancel market, but one of our Weaverville market tea people teamed up with a local honey person. So they made a tea beverage. Their can is so cute.
It is a very cute
it's Berry Blossom Organic Tea. The two groups are Appalachian Divinity, which is the group that is at the Weaverville Market, Divinity, and then Heirloom Honey is the honey person. But it's it's very good. It's very honey forward.
You said that's the Berry Blossom is honey forward too.
Well, this is the one that I've had the whole time. This is the only one that they've done.
Oh, okay.
It's very honey forward, but I've had some of their other teas, gotten tea bags or like loose tea from them, and it's from Divinity. I've never heard of Heirloom honey. There are lots of honey people out here, so I'm not surprised I've not heard of the honey people, but the Divinity teas are very good. I like all of them, and I think that they sell online as well if you would like to order from them. But those are my two beverages today, along with my chicken nachos that I will nibble on, but I'll probably eat more once we're out of stream.
Yeah.
Also, I want to show Ronald Sundrop. I have nothing to talk about today, so I'm going to be full sidebar mode.
Oh yeah, I don't have very much, so we won't be on here for long. I'm going to try to switch to my Google Keep tab. You'll have if I disappear, because last time I switched to a different tab while in Restream, I seem to disappear. So we'll see if that happens. But
well, you do that.
I still hear you. I still hear you.
Still here.
You're still here. Good, because I still hear you.
I just realized.
Am I still there? Do you still see me?
I do still see you. Can you pull in my cherry lemon sundrop, my sundrop screen? You went to 3 Joann's over the weekend. That's the other reason that I'm so frustrated that I'm sick this week is I had a lot of plans because this was my week off between jobs. So Party City, the last day that I did anything at Party City was there's Sundrop, Ronald. The middle one is Classic Sundrop. The one on the right is Diet Sundrop, which I don't think I've ever had Diet Sundrop in my life. And then the one on the left is Cherry Lemon Sundrop, and they are delicious. But they only, for some reason, sell regular Sundrop up here. They don't sell the cherry lemon literally anywhere. We have looked. We have to drive the 2 hours over to where my mother lives to get the cherry lemon Sundrop. But
yeah, Sundrop is fairly local. I was trying to look it up. Let's see. Sundrop.
I don't think he has.
It's known for.
I figured that you might have.
It's known for its high caffeine content. Also, apparently, Keurig Dr. Pepper bought Sundrop.
So why don't they have it everywhere?
I'm trying to find the origin because I feel like it was started. Sundrop and Cheerwine both were started somewhere close to here, and that's why it's not got a big
Cheerwine definitely. Which Cheerwine I can definitely get up here. I get it every time I go to Cookout.
Bottled Sundrop uses real sugar cane.
Amazing.
Region of origin: Southern United States.
That's not specific enough.
I'm pulling it up, Wikipedia. Okay, well, apparently it was developed in Missouri.
What? No, Sundrop is ours. You can't do that to me. Maybe that's why Ronald's seen it before.
Gastonia, North Carolina was the headquarters for bottling Sundrop until 2016.
That's why.
That's why it is so extremely local and so popular here, because we were the headquarters for it for a very long time. I remember when I was a kid, there were a lot of people you could tell they had to tell people not to put Sundrop
in baby bottles. Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me.
Yes. You could tell there were kids who were raised on Sundrop because they had like gray teeth.
Oh my gosh!
And there used to be an urban legend that Sundrop would lower your sperm and drink too much of it if you were trying to have babies.
But they say that about Mountain Dew too. I think they just say that about soda in general. Because I heard that about Mountain Dew. Okay, I'm done sharing Sundrop.
Okay.
But Ronald says he went to 3 Joann's this weekend. Hubby has started me on his new project. I already went through 4 skeins in 2 days. That is
what
wild.
are you making for? I'm trying to remember. You told me what you wanted to make for your husband. Was it a shawl or a cape
Yeah, is this for the shawl? But that's the other reason I'm so frustrated about this week was I had planned, the last day that I did any work for Party City was on Tuesday, and that's the day that I got my new job, and I told him that I could start next Thursday, being tomorrow. And so I was planning on taking this week off to, I was going to rearrange the office. You guys are supposed to have a brand new view of the office today, and I was going to clean up and straighten up all the yarn and stuff. I was going to hit up Joann's to try to get some stuff while it's on sale before everything is gone. And I just couldn't do anything because I was fully in bed for like 3 or 4 days. And just couldn't do anything. I'm so frustrated. Technically, it's a capelet. Cute.
This music in the background is driving me bonkers because they have a part that sounds like Woody the Woodpecker. I keep hearing knocking in my left ear. That's
funny. Why don't you just switch the music? Do we have other music options?
Oh, this is the best of the 3. Can you hear it?
I can. Is this one of the ones that lets you add? Oh, well, I can't add anything.
This is the best of the 3. I don't know if it'll let me add music or not. I mean, it says upload and it doesn't have the little crown that means premium, so I don't know. But I don't have anything ready to upload anyway, so...
I'll wait for the sales at Joann's then, Ronald. He says I'm not missing anything unless I really want some big twist. The other thing that I wanted was our Joann's at least was selling these big like wooden crates that would be good for displays at market. So I wanted to get some of those, and then I also, if they pull out all of their holiday stuff, I would love to get some of their holiday decor because Joann's was on point when it comes to Halloween stuff. Joann's was absolutely on point. I like this one.
This is Chill Hop.
It feels like Chill Hop.
At least I don't have Woody the Woodpecker in my ear. It's too much. So, are we moving on to Yarny Crafty Thoughts, or do you have any other life updates other than our mishaps with our streaming service today?
I don't think I have any other life updates. I'm trying to think.
I've been taking this week to try to exercise and declutter because I am starting to feel overwhelmed. I think the theme for this month is overwhelmed because it's just too much. So I decluttered downstairs in the kitchen and dining room on, the rolly thing that we have and the table. So I got those cleared off. That made me feel better. And so I think today and then yesterday I twisted my hair.
It looks good.
It looks boneless is what it looks like. And I'm realizing that my hair is thinning.
You mean the way that mine looked? And kind of still does look. I feel like my hair, when it's not twisted, looks a lot thicker. And
I say this every time, but I just can't get over it. My white girl hair back here.
Yes.
That is so long and straight and just sits there.
For my little white girl hairs in the back, I just did bigger twists back there. So it looks real boneless back there, like right at the very bottom.
This is already me doing bigger twists. I mean, because I don't have the finger dexterity to do the smaller twists.
Yeah, I try to do something between like medium and micro twists, and I don't know. I like when my hair is out, it feels like I still have literally so much hair, but then when I twist it down, it like feels a lot better.
Exactly. I feel like I have a lot of hair until I twist it and realize, oh no,
there's just
I don't have as much hair as I used to do. I watched the video. Ronald mentioned your inspirations. Let's go ahead and move on to Crafty Thoughts. Ronald mentioned your inspirations, and I watched the video, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the woman said in the video the Big Twist is made by the same mill that makes a lot of the inspiration yarns. So somebody's going to end up selling Big Twist.
So can someone clear up for me? So Joann's is closing. Mm-hmm. That means that we're technically losing Big Twist, even though you just said that they make the mill or whatever. What else? Does Joann's own any other kind of companies? Also, what's going to happen to Ribbler? Because remember,
what's going to happen to Ribbler?
If you open Ribbler, all of the advertisements are for Joann's.
Oh,
Does Joann's,
I never could get Ribbler to work for me, so I don't even look at Ribbler.
Does Joann's own Ribbler? I haven't opened Ribbler since they announced it. Do they own Ribbler, or were they just the biggest advertiser? Are they going to get other advertisers? What do you say?
Big Twist is made by Spinrite. And Spinrite, if I'm not mistaken, Spinrite used to make Red Heart, but I don't know if they still do.
So Ribbler looks like it's functioning perfectly normally, but in the place where there would normally be a Joann's advertisement is now an Amazon advertisement. I feel like I was just holding my soda can like no one, like someone who's never drunk out of a can before. I'm holding it so tiny. And now I'm fancy.
You're so weird.
Well, I feel like people normally when you grab a soda can, you grab it like this. But I don't need to I didn't need to whole hand hold it.
Yeah, Spinrite makes Bernat, Karen, and Patton's. So
patents.
It's another yarn. I used to buy their sock yarn. That used to be the only patents you could really get locally was the sock yarn. But yeah, Spin Right, they make all these different yarns. So I would not be surprised if Yarn Inspirations comes up with a little pocket change from under the couch cushions and says, let's just bring Big Twist into the fold.
Yeah. Also, on the subject of crafty thoughts and also life updates, I guess, the color of the family photo outfit has been decided for the cruise this year. We're doing, is it red or is it red and black?
Your father said red, but I'm going to talk to him because I'm like, most of the men are not going to buy red pants.
Red pants.
And your father himself was just on a cruise where he wore red. They had a red night and he said, I wore red and black. Okay. So I think if the guys wear red tops and black, I think if we all do red tops and black bottoms.
Well, my thought process is if we can talk him into red and black, I want to get some of that, I think it's like California Kings or something. It's one of the Hobie yarns, but I would love to do an ombre red and black dress. I feel like it would be fun because that was initially my plan before when we were doing the black and white, was to do black and white ombre dress, but then I just fully ran out of time because I stalled for forever. Yeah. Why does it sound like we're on a train? What is this music?
I know. This is still the chill hop.
Okay, I didn't realize we hopped onto a train.
Train, apparently.
But yeah, if we can convince him to do red and black, I would love to do a red and black ombre dress, I think.
That would be cool.
With some of the Hobie yarns, because I do want to try out some of those yarns from Hobie, and they have very good. I've been seeing a lot of people doing the like ombre, like tops, ombre shawls, ombre stuff with the Hobie yarns.
Ronald says that he has little doubt that Big Twist will get renamed and relabeled. I think if somebody snatches it up right now, it's my opinion that they would be smarter to keep the Big Twist name because people are attached. Yeah, people know it and they're attached to that Big Twist. So I think whoever bought it, if they kept the Big Twist name, it would draw a lot of business to them initially because a lot of people want to be able to get Big Twist. Because if you rename it, people will be like, well, but is it really Big Twist? No, they changed it. It doesn't feel like the Big Twist I already have in my stash and blah, blah, blah. There'll be a whole bunch of people saying a bunch of yang like that. So I bet I think they would probably be better off keeping the name, but that's just my opinion.
Ooh, let me close some stuff down. Spectrum is coming for me.
Oh, really? So today, this month is National Crochet Month. Did you know that?
Well, I did not. I need to crochet.
Yes, it's National Crochet Month. And of course, being the contrarian that I am, all I'm in the mood to do is knit. I did find for my 6-day star blanket, because I only had those 2 little balls left. I found more because I was looking. Yeah, because I was looking for a knit project that what am I trying to say? I was looking for a knit project that I had already started because I'm like, well, if I'm in the middle of knitting, let me go ahead and pull one of my whips out, and then it would then I won't feel so guilty because at least I'm working on one of my whips. Cough drops here.
I do need cough drops. I have cough drops. They're just Ricolas that I don't like because they taste like old church lady caramels that were in the bottom of her bag for 40 years.
Oh no. That's right. You told me about that. But I was gonna sit sidebar. I was gonna sit and wind up a ball of scraps while for the blanket that I want to knit, but
That's what we need to get you. We need to get you a yarn winder. Oh God.
and it is stuck around the handle of the bag.
That looks exactly like the corner of my office, right over there in the direction of Colette. That looks like the corner of my office over there, where the dog likes to come in and she'll like scuffle around all of the yarn to make a little bed for herself to lay down in. And I'm like, you can't do that with yarn. So now
I don't know what I was thinking about with this.
A corner to corner.
Yeah, I was attempting corner to corner. I don't like it.
Corner doesn't work with your brain.
It doesn't. This was me attempting it,
but
it
doesn't
like work with my brain.
A successful corner.
But look at all those holes in there.
That's just kind of what corner to corner looks like. I think you should have sized down a hook.
And it is stuck. It's stuck.
It's so bad.
So I guess I won't be working on this right now.
Ronald's like, no, that is anxiety. It's giving Halloween. Was it black and orange? It looks like blue and orange.
No, it was black and orange. Orange. I don't know what I would be making because black and orange are not my colors. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe because I had until I gave it to you. At one point, I had a bunch of orange.
True. You somehow amassed so much orange that I do not understand. Because I know you've made me at least one orange hoodie, I think, or orange sweater or something. No, you made me a yellow sweater.
I made you a yellow sweater. The last time I purposely bought orange was when you kids were in school. I'm talking like in school, and I knit you all pumpkin hats. I knit every one of you pumpkin hats with the the orange and it had the ribs on it like a pumpkin, and it had the little green stem at the top.
Yes.
For y'all to wear while you were out trick-or-treating.
I would match Halloween. My pumpkin hat. Oh my goodness.
And that was at least 15 years ago. At minimum. Because I think you were younger than 15 when I made those hats.
Yeah.
So it was 15 years at minimum. And that's the last time I purposely bought orange yarn. Yet,
you for some reason have so much orange.
The orange that I had left apparently had babies.
Yeah, I was like, I think the orange is mating.
The orange was mating in my closet because somehow I have all this orange until I gave it to you. And yet I'm still finding orange. I thought I gave you all my orange, but there's still some stuck in this bag. This is the bag that was in my... And at the bottom of this bag, I have a bunch of these.
Those granny squares?
Yeah.
For what?
Because I thought I was going to make a blanket.
Oh. You can make one of those bags that Ronald's making. How many do you have?
Seriously. Or
if you have at least 4, you can make a fanny pack.
I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
But what else is on the list while we're talking? Let's see.
Oh, I did a thing. Yeah. Let me see if I can raise myself from my seat and go fetch the thing that I did. Give me just a moment. Oh, and Ronald says that it's cute.
Well, thank you, Ronald. Thank you very much, Ronald. But I still have, while we're talking, I still have in this tangle of anxiety that you were talking about, I still have the last remnants. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on this stream, but this is like the last remnants of the Rambling Rose Afghan that I tried to make. You can see there's holes in it because I have been slowly picking it apart. Let me see if I still have an original picture of it, because this is straight up 20 plus years ago that I was trying to make this Afghan. let's see. And I think I could probably make it now. And I have the, and I still have the pattern because this was back when I first was really getting into knitting and first discovered knitting groups online. And one pattern that was like the big hotness at the time was do I have something that says frogged? But one of the things that was one of the big hotnesses at the time was something called the Rambling Rose Afghan. And I started it, but I am not very good at when they tell you in the pattern to now continue on as you started.
That's like the easiest thing. What do you mean?
Spell it out for me all the way to the end. Because this one was... Okay. The colors are not true on this, but let me share the screen. Where's the screen share?
It should be right under our faces.
Oh. Okay, there we go. So that, as you can see, I named it because in Ravelry they let you name all your projects, and I feel that I have to name everything. Yes, it was knitting. Gosh awful gaudy Afghan is what I called it because I was just pulling all the scraps I had available at the time. And as you can tell, the colors are not true because that thing that looks like gray in the middle there is
that blue. Green. It's green?
No, this is green. This is green. This is full on like it's got a touch of turquoisey to it, but it's green.
That's wild.
It's green. And as you can see, I already harvested off the yellow and the burgundy that was on the sides. And I got most of the red except for this one small square left. So yeah, if I line it up in the same orientation as the picture, this is what I've got left. I took the yellow off and the big red square and the burgundy and used those in different projects. But this is, I mean, I've been trying to pull this Afghan apart for years.
Wild. For
years. And I thought I had already frogged all of it. But when I pulled this bag out today, I realized I still have some of it left. I got a bunch of oddballs of burgundy. You are working fast, Ronald.
Ronald says, I don't think I ever told y'all I frogged the whole Davo top. That was the one that said to cut the bottom of the edge with scissors, the one that was made with yarn. I had ends weaved in and just needed to do one more sleeve, but I hated it, so I frogged it. Understandable, honestly. My problem is I will start projects, hate them, put them down, and never frog them, but also never pick them back up again, and they just sit in a corner somewhere. I need to frog more things.
Yeah, I held on to this Afghan project for ages. Yeah, according to my notes in Ravelry, I started that project in 2001. And which that doesn't even sound right. Well, yeah, that might be right.
Based on the quality of that photo image, it looked right.
I was working in my first call center when I started that project. I was working for the gas company. And I feel like and it was around the same time that Harry Potter came out. The third
Which
book.
One?
Yeah, the third. No, not the movies, the books. Like the third book, I think. So, I mean, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. And I finally put in Ravelry in 2010. So I held on to it for like 9 years and finally said to myself, yeah, I'm gonna frog this.
Wild.
I'm
looking at like 4 different projects that need to be frogged at the moment.
I'm better now at frogging stuff that is I'm not gonna do. Well, I think I'm better at it. I think I still have some stuff in my.
I think my problem is I don't want to spend the time frogging and detangling something, though it would be easier now that I have a yarn winder, but I don't want to spend the time frogging and winding up yarn when I could just spend it grabbing another skein of yarn and starting something else.
Well, you know me, I have the guilt. I have the guilt of, I can't buy more yarn when I have
to buy more yarn. I've got so much. I just had like 2 people gift me yarn, and then somebody else said that their mother is going through their craft room and is going to gift me her yarn as well because I don't know who else to give it to. Ronald says it was 100% cotton yarn. My room was a complete mess. That yarn made a huge mess as I refrogged and recaked it. Ugh.
Why was it coming apart while you were frogging it?
Yeah, I picture Ronald like pulls the end of the yarn and it like shoots into the air, is all over the room. Also, I got my craft thing. So this is a journey I'm about to take you on. So we see what this is, yes.
Yes, it's a card.
Okay. And now we see what this is, yes.
A blank card?
Yes.
A blank playing card. Okay.
And now
are you making your own playing cards? What? This is what the playing cards.
I guess that's what I'm doing with my life now. It's
What
a 9! It's backwards. It's a 9.
Oh, 9. Okay.
I did
Sorry
this
about
one.
that.
Rude. And then I've got this one.
There was fuzz coming off of the yarn. That's what I was picturing. There was fuzz coming off of the yarn. What kind of cotton has fuzz coming off of it, though?
I mean, it was dish yarn for dish cloths.
Yeah, like that.
That's what I'm expecting. Yeah, all the little like bits that are meant for the scrubbing.
But also, yeah, I didn't think that this comes off though.
Ronald also thought it was a P. No, I'm gonna go rewrite it. I'm gonna paint over it. It's 10. Okay, no, I'm not listening to any more of y'all sass. I'm gonna go in and mirror my camera. Or unmirror, according to the thing.
Okay, tenemos dos perritos. Perritos?
I have 2 dogs that speak French. I have 2 puppies that speak French.
Tenemos though is we. We
have 2 puppies that speak French.
Is that right, Ronald?
Is this better? Does that look better to you?
That looks better, yes. Yes, that looks better.
Y'all and your friggin' sass.
Oh, I know. We're sassy McSassy.
But there's this one.
Oh, that's cute.
And then
somebody holding 2 strands of yarn together.
Ooh, not in this house. And there's this one.
Although I've been thinking about it because I wanted to knit a big chunky scrap blanket.
Little dogs, not puppies. I have a
cute
cat and
more dishcloth yarn.
Why do you have so much?
Because I made your father a tag. Cute.
Grapes.
I made your father a
tag. The tag that looks like swim shorts that was on his suitcase that then went to me and then I left it on the suitcase forever?
Yes. That's what this yarn is. Cute. So is this what you were doing in your sick bed?
No, this is what I was doing the first day when I realized, oh, maybe I'm getting sick. And then the next day I was stuck in bed. This is my favorite one.
Oh, I like that one.
It turned out so good.
I like that one. That makes me think of a coloring book page.
Why am I making playing cards, Ronald? I watched a YouTube video where a guy was like, yeah, I'm making my own playing deck out of these characters that I made. And I'm like, that sounds fun. I don't have any characters, but a playing card is just small enough that I'm not going to get stressed about drawing on it.
This is the most Barbiest of pinks.
It is.
Why do I own this? Why?
So I painted over a bunch of playing cards, and now I'm painting on them again.
So what, you painted the white on that card
Yeah.
and then started painting the... Oh, I thought you bought blank cards.
No, I bought a regular deck of playing cards that fell apart instantly, by the way. I was putting all of the cards back into the box, and then and then the box like fell off the table. And look at this. It just sprung right open.
That's a dollar store deck of cards, isn't it?
You would think so.
Yeah.
It was like $2 for this deck of cards. Why are decks of cards not 50 cents? But I was using do I not have my paint markers in here? No, my markers aren't in here, they're in the other room. But I was using just acrylic paint markers to draw on them, and I was very happy with this one. I didn't think that they would blend as well as they did, because I had to do some like blending for the sunset sky up here. It blended pretty well, because I was just using, like I said, I was using markers, like acrylic paint markers. And they blended pretty well.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to get some acrylic paint markers.
Do it. They're pretty nice.
I'm also tempted to get a set of super tips.
Like, didn't you get me some super tips?
Yeah, I got you some super tips, but I don't have any.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, I bought the adult Crayolas that have the exclusive contract with Amazon. The adult Crayola fine liners, and I mean I like those. I use those to the end of the earth. I've used, if I was a person who showed my empties like they do on some of those coloring channels, I'd have a box full of empties, because I've thrown at least 15 of them away already, because I've used them up. So I don't have a full set of those colors anymore. And I was tempted to buy another set, because that set worked so well for me. But there were some gaps of colors that I could not, you know, that's one of the things I'm finding with coloring, is that I expect that all the I don't know, in my brain, I thought, okay, this is a coloring book. This is a full set of, 30, 40, 60 markers. Surely I will have every color
you'll ever need
that the coloring book wants me to use, because the coloring book's only asking me for, 10, 15 colors. So surely I'll have everything. But I am finding the more that I color, that I don't always have the exact shade that I think will go well with. And so now I'm starting to feel a little, not 100%, but a little bit more comfortable in pulling a couple markers from this set over here, because all the markers in this set don't, like that one picture, I actually did some alcohol and some water-based, because I couldn't get all the colors exactly that I wanted. And this week I've been watching a lot of videos on like doing the alcohol markers and then going over with colored pencils. So I feel like I want more colored pencils, because I don't have a big range of colors in my colored pencils. I don't have any acrylic markers, which I don't. If I get acrylic, I might just buy a tiny set to start, because I'm not 100% sure that I will like acrylic, because the few pictures that I've seen of people who have done acrylic markers, it looks very much like somebody in junior high painting a picture for art class. There's something about the way the paint sits on the paper that makes it look very childish to me.
I can see that. I mean, I only got a very small set of acrylic markers as well. They were acrylic brush markers, and there's, I want to say like 10 in the set that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, if I could just get a set of 10 just to try them out and see if I like them or not.
I was looking for the Sharpie acrylic markers, but I couldn't find any of those, so I had to buy some off-brand thing.
Dipping back to our crochet along for vacation briefly,
yes.
I was thinking about making, since our color is red, I was thinking about crocheting some flowers for our hair.
Ooh, those would be cute.
Yeah, I was thinking about like crocheting several, and then any of the women in the group who want to put a flower in their hair can.
I can give you the rose.
I want to do like a big Niecy Nash kind of flower. Niecy, I don't know if you remember, Niecy Nash used to do a big flower. Mm-hmm. You see how big I'm holding my hand right now?
Yes.
She used to do a big flower in her hair.
I was thinking like the roses that I do.
Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Something like that.
I can send you my rose pattern.
Something like that. And I was just trying to think of, okay, what would we attach? I mean, will a bobby pin make it stand up nice, or will we? I don't know.
You could put it on a
hair clip.
Yeah, and then they could clip it wherever.
I have to go to the dollar store and get hair clips.
Reynolds says, first of all, 905 days on Duolingo, absolutely insane. Also, my today's vandal is from 1957. Took you to level 5 to get it.
1957.
I know it's not Friday, but do you want to do the vandal? I have nothing to talk about.
I am tempted. I still have a couple arty things, but yeah, let's go do the vandal. Let me turn this music off.
I am telling you right now, I am never going to guess it.
I plugged your battery up to charge on my Xbox.
Thank you. I just got delivered a dog, and Wayne is charging my battery for me. Miles says, OMG, the caffeine is hitting. I'm going crazy. Did I tell y'all we had a blizzard last night? Wild. Do you not normally have coffee, Ronald?
A blizzard?
Yeah, that is insane, because we're warming up over here. It's nice, like spring going into summer temperatures. What even is the temperature right now?
Well, I thought you were saying you had a blizzard. I thought you were saying Asheville had a blizzard. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that would be absolutely wild. No,
I walked out yesterday to get the mail. Didn't even have to have a jacket on or nothing.
Lovely
it was like
day.
60-something degrees outside. Lovely day. Okay.
Let's do this vandal.
Let's see what we got. Ronald apparently is not used to the caffeine.
You live caffeine free, Ronald? I didn't realize you were an elevated vegan.
Why would you torture yourself like that?
He can't have caffeine when he's an international man of mystery. It interrupts his spy missions.
Oh, that's true. Okay, 1957, 269 million. Easy, part 2. Well, we know I'm not going to get it on the drums, so let's just go ahead and knock that out of the way. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
This could be any song ever in the universe.
Really, this could be 1985 with those drums, as far as I'm concerned. So we're just going to skip.
Ronald says he lives caffeine free, which means he's almost never tired or sleepy. But even before I started drinking coffee or like really anything with caffeine, because when I lived with my mother, we drank water. But even before that, I was always tired. Always. Mm-hmm. I am just tired is my personality. What do you mean? It's not the caffeine.
And I've been drinking caffeine long enough at this point that if I got rid of it, I would really feel it.
Yeah, did you watch the Matt Pat video where they he got like him and like 4 other people on the crew to stop caffeine, and they were like crashing hard.
Yeah, if you've got it as a habit at this point, and I mean, I've reduced my coffee because I used to drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day. And then I remember seeing more than one study that said that really past 2 cups of coffee a day, you're not getting the benefits of the caffeine. The caffeine's not doing anything for you past 2 cups of coffee a day. And so that's when I started just doing the 1 cup. And so now that's my habit. I mean, technically this is 2 cups because this is a 16-ounce cup that I drink out of. So I do 1 of these a day, and that's it.
Ronald says he was a coffee drinker from 10th grade to like age 33. What?
I know a lot of people who have been lifelong coffee drinkers, and then when they get up around in their 40s or something, they start to feel it, like their heart fluttering and stuff, and so they have to stop.
Yeah, thankfully, I can't have energy drinks. Energy drinks give me heart palpitations.
Thankfully, I have not had that issue, but let's go on to number 2.
I also didn't start drinking coffee or energy drinks until I was in college.
I think energy drinks just taste nasty, so I don't want one of those. I don't feel like this is probably psychological, but I don't feel like I'm getting the benefit of the caffeine. For me, it's not just having the caffeine, which at this point, if I did not drink it, I would have a caffeine withdrawal headache. Because I've had that before more than once. But if I skip a day or 2 of drinking coffee, I've had the headache. So, but also if I drink like Mountain Dew or Sundrop, or even try to do a couple cups of tea in place of having the coffee to try to avoid the caffeine headache, it just doesn't feel like I've gotten what I wanted to get out of my morning cup of coffee.
It's definitely not the same.
Because I like the taste of my cup, the way I prepare it. I like having the warm beverage, although occasionally in the summer when it's super hot.
I'm an iced coffee girly.
Yeah, occasionally in the summer when it's super hot, like when we get here and it's in the 90s, I can do the iced coffee and I enjoy the iced coffee. But really, to feel like I'm having that let's get ready for the day experience, it needs to be a hot cup of coffee.
All right.
I see you, Ronald, about wildflowers. I am going to get to that in just a second. Let's finish this bandle right quick. That does not sound like, and I mean,
it sounds like
50s music. 50s music was my thing when I was in elementary and junior high school, but this does not sound like anything I know.
Now let's move on to the electric guitar.
What'd you say?
I said let's move on to the next one because it fully doesn't sound like anything to me.
Now it is starting to sound like 1950s. The first 2 did not sound like 1950s. This does, but I can't name it. But it sounds like 1950s.
It feels vaguely familiar, but like in that, like I don't know. I got nothing.
Let's carry on. Normally I wouldn't speed through like this, but since Ronald has already done the bandle.
Also, it's not even Friday.
What'd you say?
Also, it's not even Friday. We can speed through if we want.
See that last bit where he's going doom doom. doom
Ari
doom.
says, I think it's the
that
twist.
sounds familiar, but I can't. Chubby Shacker?
I was going to say something like, yeah.
Nope.
I was going to say something Elvis. Can you play it one more time? Play the piano part one more time without the, yeah.
See, the only thing that makes me...
Is it a cover of The Twist? It's not Chubby Checker? Did anybody else do that song?
No. And the only thing that makes me think Elvis is that little bit at the end, the dun dun. dun, dun I don't think it's Elvis. I don't think it's Elvis.
Let's do the voice cover.
Skip. Rock Around. No, this is Rock Around the Clock.
Oh!
No, Jailhouse Rock.
Elvis, I was right. I knew it.
You were right. It is Elvis.
I'm so upset it murdered me.
Prison Boogie, it says.
I knew that it was familiar because I'm pretty sure Jailhouse Rock was one of the songs that we did for my senior year in high school when our marching show was Elvis.
Yeah, the dun dun sounded familiar to me, but I could that made me think Elvis, but I still didn't think the song was Elvis until we got to the voice. Also, I don't know how anybody would have gotten that on number 2.
Right? That is wild. Number 3, maybe. I feel like we maybe could have gotten it from the guitar.
That's beyond wild.
Ronald says, circling all the way back, I bought knitting needles this weekend at Joann's. It's my goal to learn this year. Exciting.
Oh, I thought you already knew how to knit. I'm confused.
I would like to follow along on your journey, Ronald. Journey.
You know how to knit, Maya. You act like following along.
I do know how to knit. I want to follow along on his journey and keep up with him.
Stop using the word journey.
It's my favorite thing to annoy you with.
I hate the word journey. Stop it.
And he says, OMG Wildflowers, you're the only person I could talk to about it. I'm supposed to turn into a cat and do a spy mission. I don't know. It's getting wild. And then corrected it to wild with an E. And then also his neighbors.
Oh yeah, if you're doing the cat with the spy mission, you're getting into the good part of the story.
I definitely almost bought Wildflowers the other night because I was like, let me find a game to play. And then instead of buying Wildflowers, I bought Minami Lane and played through that entire game in like.
I still haven't finished Minami Lane, and I have it on. I really just don't pick up the Switch, and I feel guilty. But it's not like we paid for the Switch.
That's true.
We got it for free, so it's not like we paid for the Switch. But I feel every time I look at the Switch, I think to myself, I'm glad that I didn't put that on my wish list for somebody to buy it for me, because then I feel really guilty for the fact that I don't play it.
I wish we should look up and see if we can find a 2-player game that you and I can play together, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got a couple games.
And it's really, a lot of it's twofold, even though this is not our gaming day. I will just quickly say that it is twofold, that if I had not discovered indie games like on Steam and itch.io, then I might have been more willing to buy games on the Switch. But I can get games, if I'm going to spend money, I can get games much more cheaply on my iPad or on Steam, and Apple Arcade exists, and I've gotten some games there.
I just wish Nintendo would do some sales.
That's it. Nintendo doesn't really do the sales.
Like their official games, they don't do sales on. There are a lot of other games on the Switch that do have sales and they like, and because I cycle through the like great deals stuff all the time, but like official Nintendo games, nah, dog.
And the fact that whenever I watch a review of something, especially if it's a game that is on Switch, that has been ported to Switch, but is also on iOS and Steam, you know, on the computer and stuff like that, I always hear that it's not as good on the Switch. And that makes me feel like I don't want to spend money if the games are not going to be as good on the Switch.
Also, turn the music back on.
That music was not good. Do you really want that music back on?
Yes, I don't like the silence.
Well, here, you can have this.
Ronald says hashtag fish stick empire. Are you giving in? You're giving in and selling all the fish sticks?
See, the part of the reason I didn't give in on the fish stick thing, and we'll stop with the games in a minute, but part of the reason I didn't give in on the fish stick thing is, first of all, I didn't realize it, but also you get to a point in the game where money doesn't really matter. It's right now, early on in the game, you have things that you have to build up, and so you have that kind of struggle to get enough money to get these things built up. But you're going to get to a point where it's more about the story, and you don't really need them as much money because you have enough money to do all the things that you need to do. So that's why I never was in a rush to, when I played it through like the second time or the third time, I knew by then I knew about the fish stick thing, but I still wasn't really in a rush to do it because I knew you get to a certain point where the money's not a thing. Ronald, faux outrage.
We don't have a faux outrage tag anymore.
I know.
I can't put up any tags.
Well, I found 4 of these.
That's just enough to make a fanny pack.
So I guess I'll have to look up that fanny pack thing, because that's one of the things, you know, back onto our crafty thoughts. That's one of the things that I am trying to do this year is overall clutter in all parts of my life. And one of those is in the yarny area. I'm really trying to make scrap projects to get all this yarn out of my face. And I found, like I said, when I went looking for a knitting project, I did find like 3 more balls of yarn that I could put in that 6-day star blanket. It's not, I mean, they're full balls or nearly full balls. So they're not, I guess they wouldn't technically be called scrap. But for me, they're scrap because they've been sitting.
You're not going to use them for anything else.
Yeah, they've been sitting in my stashette for at least 5 years, and I have no use for them. I took 2 of them, and because it was that Icelandic jewels that I showed you from Hobby Lobby that has the flex in it that's discontinued. And it was like I had 2 balls of each color, and a couple of the colors I only had 1 ball. But I took the black and gray balls I had and made your Aunt Terry's slippers out of them. And she loves the slippers, but the yarn itself was not hardy enough to be walked on, and the slippers already have holes in the bottom. So I'm going to make her a new pair of slippers, but I'm going to use Red Heart. I
was thinking about making while you're finding stuff. I
have this gray Red Heart, which I had bought to make I got a wild hair and thought that I was going to make a can't think of the name of the team now. I've got most of the yarn still sitting over here. Football team, can't think of the name of it. Their colors are black, gold, the lettering is white, and they have a little bit of gray in their coloring. And so I bought this to go because this is the gray that's in their coloring, in their lettering. But it's, as much as I love gray, I don't like this kind of gray. This is like the dullest, flattest.
That's a very, Also, who are you making
I like
football stuff for?
I was making it for Miss Haley. I was gonna make a blanket because they're big football fans, and I was gonna make a blanket because I had made her daughter Wonder Woman blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I was high on the success of finishing that Wonder Woman blanket, and I thought, yeah, I can make a. I can't remember the name of this team. I keep wanting to say it's a Saint something something team. I can't remember. But I mean, I could look it up, but I'm not going to. But this flat gray,
mm-hmm.
it's still sitting, and I've been holding all the yarn for that in a separate bag because in my brain, because I paid $2 for the pattern, and I thought I paid $2 for the pattern, I got to make it. But this is the year of we are frogging stuff and making use of this yarn. So I've got this yarn sitting here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hold 2 strands together, this and some black. Look at you.
Choking to death over you holding 2 strands together.
I might do 3 strands together, do the gray, the black, and the white, and make her another pair of slippers. That would be a good use for this yarn because this yarn to me is ugly. And I love gray, but I like Steelers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Come to Clutch. Chloe, edit out the whole section where she can't remember. Make it look like she knew.
Why does Chloe know the Steelers?
Chloe knows a lot of secret things.
But yeah, I just don't like this gray. I like the heathered. That's the word I was looking for. Heathered gray.
Oh, I just like a darker, like steely gray because that is a very light, dusty gray.
Yeah, it's a very flat gray. When you do the heathered gray, it has like almost bits of lighter gray and then bits of darker gray, and it looks very nice. This just looks ugh. So slippers for this. And I guess I'll look up the thing to make my squares so that I don't take those squares apart since I already made them.
Have you seen the patterns for the slippers where they use, sorry, I'm leaning very close because my throat hurts after all that coughing. Have you seen the patterns where they use flip-flops as the base for the slippers, and then they go around and like the flip-flop is the base and you poke holes into it and crochet into the flip-flop, and so that's like the sole of your shoe, and then the rest of it is crocheted. Have you seen those?
I have not seen those. I thought you were going to talk about the flip-flops where you just crochet around the thong part.
No,
that goes over your foot, because I've done those before.
Let me see if I can find one.
But I mean, I have seen people who buy foam bottoms to make shoes, but I haven't seen them like take pre-made flip-flops and do that.
Yeah, the ones that I saw, they were like taking apart flip-flops, but I can't find any of them now other than, here's a good, let's go here, visit the page, and then share. Oh my goodness, everything is falling apart. Can you please just pull up the pattern? Ow, sir. My dog just stepped all over my freaking foot.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not, it hurt. He has claws. Yeah, I don't know. Is this the same music that you had on a minute ago? The chill hop?
No, this is the lo-fi.
Okay.
Do you want to go back
Ronald
to the chill hop?
I do prefer the chill hop, and it sounds like Ronald might as well. Also, I'm sharing my screen. Can you pull it in for the people?
I can. It gave me a pop-up this time to tell me that you
having this one little
screen. Having what?
But she used the flip-flop. Oh, I would say having this one little strand here makes it look like I have a Chelsea cut where it's like shaved on the sides, but my side thorns are still long. I'm gonna leave it. But yeah, if I scroll up slightly, you can see she took apart a flip-flop and then like crocheted into the edge there.
Well, I mean, I guess that's
to make the shoe.
I guess that's a cheap way to do it because you can get flip-flops at the dollar store. And whereas if you went
especially if you're buying them like. Go ahead.
If you went to a craft store to buy shoe bottoms, they would charge you way more than if you went and bought some flip-flops.
Yeah, especially if you're buying them out of season, like if you're buying them during the like when it's starting to be cold, you could get them for pretty cheap. I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should look into that when you're making her slippers.
I could do that, but that involves poking holes.
I
don't know if I can poke holes.
You have two abled people in the house. Let me see if I can pull another strand down to match on the other side. I thought about doing a Chelsea cut very briefly, but I was like,
I do not know what a Chelsea cut is.
Well, we've got plenty of time to Google things since we're very off the rails today.
Oh, I was enjoying this picture and I just added this color and I don't think I like it. And it's going to be all over this thing now. But it's too late.
I think
they make a device specifically for what? What are you talking about, Ronald?
For poking holes, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me share this page, and we will deep dive into the Chelsea.
It's like a pizza cutter. I think I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
Ronald.
Yeah, it's got the holes, and you like roll into like choo 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 choo. But we're gonna explore the Chelsea cut together because we are very off the rails today. Sir, did you think I wasn't gonna notice you trying to steal my chicken? Get out of here, freaking punk. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Can you share it with the people?
I can. Ronald's going to need to go to work soon. We are using up all his time.
We are. I'm surprised he is not in a meeting already. Because we started very late.
We did. Okay.
I think I had a different image in my head of what the Chelsea cut is. But it's similar to this. Yeah, where you keep it like long on the sides and then everything else is short. But I feel like the few times that I saw it, it was like long on the sides and then let me see if I can find a good one.
I do not like any of these pictures.
Like if it's her, it would be long on the sides like this, but then not the little like long bit in the back. I don't like that bit. I was thinking like the mohawk, but with the long on the sides.
I don't like any of those pictures. Don't do any of that.
Oh yeah, the Chelsea cut is very extreme. It's a very extreme cut.
We were looking, your father and I were looking at these girls with wolf cuts the other day going, what has she done to her hair?
You don't like the wolf cut?
No. It looks too shaggy to me.
It's just but look at her though. Okay, why did it go just the smallest? But like her over here. Over unique.
Okay, these pictures that you have just pulled up are some of the most, they're like the best looking examples because the people that I've seen.
I fully just typed in wolf cut.
Look shaggy. Looks shaggy.
Because it's essentially a new age mullet is what the wolf cut is. I think some people have gone a bit too far.
But that doesn't look like a mullet. That's not what we called a mullet back in the day.
That's why I said new age, ma'am. You keep your old mullet. We've got the new one.
Whatever.
But I think some people have gone absolutely wild with the layers sometimes on the wolf cut. But if it's like styled correctly.
Yeah, the girls I've seen don't look. This looks more, I don't know, put together than what I've seen. And it's still not my favorite, but these pictures you've pulled up look more put together than what I've seen.
I like the wolf cut. I thought of trying to do a wolf cut as well, but
Ronald is working on the side because we are his background sound. That is so nice. Well, do we have anything else that we need to talk about? Let's see.
We've been fully off the rails this whole time.
Coloring pages. I'm trying to stay on the rails. I don't know about you.
I'm actively working against you.
Do you want to see my page in progress, or do you want to wait until I finish it?
Let's see the in progress. We love an in progress shot.
Do you?
Level with.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna do this.
Can you make me tiny? That's exactly what I was hoping for. Ooh, it's looking good so far. It looks very puzzly and mosaic-y. What does this? It looks like there's a sign. What does it say? Terrace or something? Paradise. Okay, I had to read it backwards.
Yeah.
I like it though.
I'm thinking about, because this is like the sun, and these are flames on either side. So I think I'm going to use my glitter paint pens for the sun and the flames.
How many colors do you have left?
Let's see. I still have 0. I still have 0 to 9. Yeah, 0 to 9. And I have some 7s that I haven't finished. Oh, and 3s. So I have like maybe 4 colors. I still have about 4 colors to do.
That's more than I thought based on how much was left. That's cool.
Yeah. This is when I did my first one of these, because this one is out of that book that I bought. Remember, I had done a page out of the back of a Mystery Mosaics book where they show you, oh, these are some of our other Mindware books. And I had done a page in the back of that and thought, oh, I like this style of coloring page. So I am going to go ahead and buy, and I went ahead and bought the book, on a whim. And so I had bought the tropical one.
Yes.
And I had done one page in it. And then I was like, maybe I regret buying this book. I don't know that I like this book. And so then I didn't do, even though I did put the page up on the refrigerator downstairs, I didn't do another page for a long time. And this is the book where you have one page that's colored by number, and then they have the same exact picture with no
without
numbers,
the numbers.
so you
yeah,
color it how you want to. And I pulled this out because I was looking at color palette books, and I thought, well, maybe if I just use one of those color palette books and pick my own palette, I will do one of these non-numbered pages. But then after I pulled it out, I was like, you know what? I just feel like doing something easy right now, because I had just finished something more complicated for me. And so I said, I'm just going to pick one of these numbered pages. And I was going to do one of the small ones, but this book has almost usually when you get these books, you have like mostly one pagers, and then you'll have like maybe one stuck in the middle that's a big 2-page
like
spread.
Yeah.
And this is like several 2-page spreads in this book. So I was like, well, I might as well do one of these big ones since they got several of them. So, and I'm more happy with this one, I think, because I did, like we were talking about last week, I did take the time to actually make
the
a
swatch
palette
for all
page,
the colors.
swatch on my little side paper, and then put them all and line them all up so I can see if I like them all together. And so that has made this more I don't know, I just like it better, more appealing. Thank you. And this, I was reminded that this is I like this because there's no big spaces to color. Everything is broken down, even though this is technically a big space because this is all blue, but it's broken down in little chunks. And so it just feels like I'm not getting, I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like I'm not getting any kind of
like streaking and stuff.
Streaky look, which, you know, generally the streaks don't bother me. Because for me, I like the coloring and putting the color down on the paper. So having streaks is not as big a deal to me. But I do have to admit, and this is the alcohol markers, as you can tell when you look on the back. This is the alcohol markers that Chloe got me for my birthday. And that's another reason why I wanted to go ahead and try something out of this book, because after doing the George Tefexis book with
that's the coffee shop one, right? Where it's all tiny.
Yeah, that was the coffee shop one with all the light lines and everything. I just didn't like all the bleeding. On this one, you can't even see, unless you look super close, you can't see any of the colors bleeding over into the other sections. Because, and there is some, I know for a fact that there is some down in here that bled over, but then when you put the other color in, you can't see it. It colors over that, so you can't see it. But also the dark lines in between, you can't really see it.
Yeah. So
I think this kind of book is what I'm going to use the alcohol markers for, because this works very well.
It looks good.
Thank you. I did finish a page. This is very satisfying to color in these little tiny squares while I'm watching maps and talking about these crazy people on television. It's just very satisfying. And it doesn't have the issue that I had with this other book, which is because it's small sections, you don't get confused about what number is what. Which I will show you in this book, because I did finish a page in my
Handsome Men's book.
Which is,
I don't think you ever showed us that handsome man.
I finished the Handsome Men's book. This is what he's supposed to look like.
But I don't care about that.
This is what he's supposed to look like. I'm just warning you. Because this is the psychedelic mess he turned into.
I think he looks fine. It's the same vibe.
It looks better on camera than it does in person. Because this color right here does not look like skin color at all.
Yeah, but when put with the other colors, it does.
And the lips are very light pink.
They are what the children would call kissable.
This here and this here are using the same colors. Why are the flowers in his lips the same colors?
I mean, are they the same color in the example photo?
Yeah, but in the example photo, I chose the wrong kind of pink. So in the example photo, see, his lips don't look overly pink.
I think he looks fine.
You finished all your work for the week? Yeah, that he's finished. Because I didn't have the
light off-white that they have for his skin color.
I don't know if I can show you, but see how off-white that is?
That's the color that I painted the back of my playing cards.
That's almost not a color. I didn't have anything that was that light, so I just left it the white of the pages, and that adds to it looking so psychedelic, like he's not finished.
It looks like someone took a picture of him, but they had their flash turn way up. Way up.
But also, exactly. But also, like on these sections, Like, you see how all of this here is one section, and all of this here going all the way around the face is one section, and there's like one number right there to tell me that that's
I don't like that.
That's the number for the whole section. And there's a couple places up here where I've colored the wrong color here, because I thought it was supposed to be one color and it's another color, because it just
loops around and they don't put any other numbers. It loops
around and there's no other numbers. So
you would think if they have a section that big that they would like put the number a couple of times throughout the section.
Yeah, you would think, but no. But I like also, how all of this turned out with the green.
Yeah, the flowers look good.
And
I like the flowers.
I don't like the face, and I don't like all this here.
I don't like the outer section, but I don't like the outer section on the original picture anyway. I think his face, if you had that light off-white color, so it wasn't so stark, would look fine. I think the only section that I don't like is the outside background section.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, Ronald also says it doesn't look bad. I just think you should go over that white with a slightly darker shade. Maybe find a colored pencil.
Maybe I could do that. But
also, Ronald says his neighbors now have 4 people outside and they're still shoveling snow. They had a blizzard for real.
They need to get those ropes like I read about in the historical novels. When they have a blizzard, they put a rope because in the historical novels, they have to go out to the barn to take care of the cows and stuff. So they know the blizzard is coming. So they put a rope stringing from the door of the house over to the barn, so that when you're
they can make
your way, because it's going to be whiteout conditions and you might not be able to see your way to the barn. So you follow the rope so you don't get lost.
Put a rope from your front door to the mailbox.
Yes. Rope from your front door to the car or whatever. But yeah, I think I'm probably that's another reason why I want to get another set of colored pencils, because I think I want to do colored pencils on these. And the next guy I want to do is this one, but because I colored with alcohol markers, I can't see the example picture very well.
I mean, you don't need to see the example picture as long as you follow the numbers. I'm worried about how the numbers got colored.
Yeah, the numbers got colored over too, so I can't really see them. That's true too. So I think for the rest of this book, I would probably do
colored
pencils. But I want to pick a picture that doesn't have a super light color in it, so that I can be able to. I think I also want, for this book in particular, I think I would want to get what's the word? Yeah, he's got that white too right across his face. You're right, Ronald. Maybe I just need to do one of these black guys instead. Or maybe one of the Asian guys. Because, yeah, I'm looking at several of the white guys, and they all have that white across their face.
You just need to find yourself a light colored pencil.
That's true.
Because I feel like even some of the other guys, depending on how the light bounces off their face.
I'm looking at him, and he's
Wakanda. That looks just like
what's his name? Has like a light color here.
Yeah.
That I don't have.
That looks just like what's his name though, the actor that passed away.
Chadwick Boseman.
Thank you. I couldn't think of his name.
But yeah, I think I might get some more colored pencils and get some of those colors of the world from Crayola.
Colors of the
that are all face color, skin color, colored pencils. Yeah, I need to get some of those. Because this guy, I want to do him too, but he's got a pink across his face that I know is going
is
to look like a psychedelic pink if I use the colors that I have.
That man is pale.
He is a ginger. But yeah, that's all the coloring pages I got done.
We've been going
a lot of coloring
YouTube?
Yes, coloring YouTube. I found a few people who were going through their collections and showing their books of color by number books. And I saw some books. I added a few more books to my wish list of books that I had not seen before. Because most of the coloring girls are very into the cute and comfy, the bold and easy. There's I don't know if you have run across this in your algorithm, but there is a coloring book artist called Coco Wayo that everybody is crazy about right now.
I don't get any of the coloring book stuff.
And so all of her stuff, and I'm tempted to get one of hers just because they're starting to do tutorials on how to color her stuff and how to add, because hers are very bold. I'm going to pull it up. Hers are very bold. And so you can add
color by number. Why do you need this tutorial?
Well, no, hers are not color by number.
Or they tell you, oh, they're talking about like adding extra shading and stuff like that.
Yeah, hers are not color by number. And she does all the she does all the people who do her books, I should say, do all the shading, and the Girl Moments one is very popular right now. A lot of the people on Amazon are doing I'm not on Amazon, but they're doing the Girl Moments ones right now.
But the thing is, this looks exactly like the kind of coloring art that you don't like.
What makes you say that?
Anytime that you have art that's like big and bold like this, you say it looks too kiddish.
I don't know. There's something about these that aren't so bad. Or maybe I've just been brainwashed because I watched so many people doing them.
Because I like them. I think they look good, but I feel like you've definitely done pictures that look like this before and you said they look too kiddish.
Oh, they definitely look kiddish. They do. And this particular book, I don't know that I would get, but there are some books that are like there's what is one that I put on my wish list? I put one on my wish list called like Cozy Eras or something that looks very 1960s. And it's really cute. I don't think it's a Coco Wayo book, but I'm tempted, even though this does look very much like a children's coloring book to me, it also has the I feel like I wouldn't feel bad about messing it up. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. If I attempted to make a pattern or something on one of these books, I would not feel like, oh, I messed it up. I wouldn't be upset about it. Jade Summer is the book that I'm thinking of.
I yawned a second ago. I didn't realize how clogged my ears were. And when I yawned, it opened everything up and I suddenly felt like I could hear you in my brain. I had to turn the volume down. I didn't realize how clogged I was.
Oh no, I was in your brain. I'm so sorry.
I feel like I could hear you in my brain. Also, I don't know when we're signing off, Ronald, because we've been going for about 2 hours. It's noon for Ronald. It's 1:00 for us.
Computer is stuttering.
Ooh.
Yep.
That might be a sign that we're signing off. They're so cute. Ah. You've entered the Matrix. You are all pixels.
What have I done?
Entered the
Okay,
Matrix.
can you
You're
see
all
it now?
pixels. I can see it. You look like you are streaming on a phone on a flip razor from 2002.
No, that can't be right. This Cozy Errors one is I put it on my wish list. You see the cute little animals dressed in 1960s clothes. I thought this was cute.
It is cute, but it, one, looks too kiddish, in your words, and two, you hate animals.
I do.
So why are you even looking at this book?
But I don't know. There's something about these. I don't think I would buy a whole, because there are people who have whole collections of them. I don't think I would buy a whole collection of them. But I think that like I said before, I think that I would not feel bad about experimenting on one of those books. You almost streamed yourself playing Wildflowers last night. That would have been fun. I would have watched that.
Yeah, Ronald was saying earlier that Jesse canceled his stream, and so Ronald thought about streaming Wildflowers.
Yeah, I saw that he didn't do a stream last night. What else was I gonna say? So, do we want to go over our media consumption real quick and then get out of here?
Mine will be very easy to go over. I have watched nothing. I've just been watching YouTube videos. I watched a very interesting and kind of funny video yesterday going over the whole Shane Dawson, James Charles, what's his name? The other one, like the drama involving that. And I'm like,
Jeffree Star?
Yes, thank you, Jeffree Star.
I was just pulling people out of that I've heard of.
Out of the YouTuber makeup artist sphere.
Out of the ether that I've heard of. Not that I ever watched their content.
Yeah, it was somebody just going over the drama that happened with them, because I never knew all of the drama. I only knew some of it. And so it was just an interesting watch while I was sitting on the couch trying not to perish.
You're not perishing.
I am a little bit perishing.
I will not allow it. I will not allow it.
That's what Wayne said too. Unfortunately, I have signed all of my perishing paperwork, so it's already been.
I've been watching. We're suffering at the moment from. You would think, especially your father, you would think that since we are Gen Xers, we remember what it's like to watch shows on regular television before streaming existed. But we're stuck in a, we're going to be signing off shortly, Ronald. We're stuck in a loop of all the shows that we're watching are one episode at a time shows, one episode a week shows, and we're caught up on everything. So we're waiting for episodes. We watched Traders, and now we're waiting for the finale episode. We're watching Watson, and that's one episode at a time because that's on straight up regular TV. We've got, I think, maybe 2 episodes. We're only 2 episodes behind on Matlock. We've got we got caught up on, we didn't realize that they brought back NCIS Sydney, so we got all caught up on that, so now we're waiting.
How are y'all catching up on all these shows?
Well, I don't know. When he gets off, the 1 or 2 days that he gets off early, like at 6 p.m., he comes home and he just wants to like binge a show. And so then we will binge a show. And so now we are caught up on everything. So now we're trying to reach out for other stuff to watch. So we watch. Meanwhile, Chloe and I are trying to catch up on Maths Australia because they're up to like episode 23 on Maths Australia.
and we are on episode 15, I think. And this is the kind of thing where that's not shown legally anywhere. Those episodes are dropping off the back of a truck, and I'm picking up fast before the street cleaners come and sweep them away. So I'm out there picking them up as fast as I can.
Wild.
So it's a race for us to watch them before they all disappear.
Absolutely wild.
And your father and I found another show called Extracted. Have you heard about this one?
I don't.
It's on Fox. You don't really watch the competition shows, but anyway, it's on Fox. Mild spoilers for the first episode, I'm gonna say up front. It's on Fox regular. If you have regular TV, it's on Fox. You can watch it on Hulu the next day, or if you don't pay for Hulu, you can watch it on Tubi for free because Fox bought Tubi, in case y'all don't know. So a lot of Fox shows show up on Tubi for free the next day. So it's a show. It's one of those survival type shows, like Naked and Afraid, except they're not naked. So more like Alone, where you're out in the woods by yourself kind of thing. Except they have them in a small section of this forest in British Columbia, and they have it wired for sound. Okay, they've got cameras and they've got speakers and everything, so they have it wired for sound. Whereas on Alone,
they just have a little mic pack.
On Alone, they have their own camera and they have to film themselves. Okay, on this show, there are cameras in the trees and speakers and microphones in the trees, and so they're doing a live stream from the woods. They are live streaming to their families, which are back at HQ. So each group is like one person in the woods and two family members at HQ. Okay. And who you're trying to survive the longest, basically, to get the $250,000. But what happens is that they're sent out there with nothing. And then the two family members back at HQ, it's more a drama of what's happening in headquarters than what's out in the woods, really, because whatever the people in the woods get is dependent on what the people at home base. I don't like saying HQ because it feels awkward in my mouth, even though that's what it is. What the people back at home base give them. So like they have to negotiate. Ooh. Like for the first round, they the people, the showrunners, picked at random who's gonna go in, and you have like, I think it was 1 minute to pick all the things for your person and put them in the box, and the box has to be able to shut and lock. There's a latch on it, so you can't just like pile it up and have it sitting open. You have to have that thing latched before the buzzer goes off, and they get whatever they get. And there's one guy on there from Lincoln, North Carolina, and his family.
Don't tell me he didn't close his box.
That his parents did not close his box. They piled all this stuff. They thought, okay, well, we're going to get him this little pot so he can boil water, and then we're going to stuff all the stuff in the pot and blah, 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 blah. And then they tried to get the pot into the box. The box wouldn't do. So they took the pot out, and rather than just taking the pot and going like this and dumping it in the box real quick, they took it out and were trying to decide what to put in there. They had like 15 seconds. He got nothing. He got nothing but a blanket.
I'd be furious.
He got nothing but a blanket. There's an 18-year-old who got sent out there, and his mother was trying to hurry, so she took like the fishing line and just took a ball of it and stuffed it in the box to go in there. And so it kind of got a little bit tangled. Instead of him sitting there trying to untangle it, he was like, I don't know what idiot stuffed this in here. Everybody can see the way the camera, there's like, they've got all these monitors, but they switch between which person they're going to put on the big middle monitor, but you can see the other people on the side monitors too. And so all the other families are seeing
him say this.
Are seeing him talking about his parents, and he knows where the camera is. So he's up in the camera going, okay, y'all F this up. I want you to press the button and get me out of here now.
To his parents?
Yes. He knows they're watching.
I'll be damned if I talk to y'all like that on national television.
And his mother is like, I'm not pulling him out. And the more he's talking about like that, she's like, well, he can stay. He can stay. And
he's not coming home after the competition either. He stays. He's staying there.
And the father was feeling worse and worse and worse. But then there's another where it's like the father and son, and the person who's in the woods is engaged to the son, right? And the father and son are like survivalist type people. Okay. And she's a school teacher, but she wants to marry into this family, and she wants to prove to them that she's as tough as everybody else who's in the family. So she goes out in the woods, and they've prepared her. They taught her how to start fires and all this other stuff. Well, she has trouble starting the fire and stuff. And so when the second negotiation comes, where they can negotiate, because they have another thing where they have to negotiate with other family members. Like the showrunners pair up the two different family members, and it's like, okay, you two go in the room. There are these 6 items. Y'all need to negotiate amongst yourselves.
Who gets what?
Your person's going to get 3, and your person's going to get 3. You need to negotiate and get yourself. He purposely didn't get the stuff. She wanted a propane stove to be able to boil water and stuff. And he purposely didn't get it because he said she needed some tough love, and she needed. I'm like, do you think
the end of that engagement?
Do you think when I come home and watch this that I'm going to want to marry you?
I'm saying. I literally just watched a video, like TikTok video or something, of this woman breaking up with her, like divorcing her husband because he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. People have broken up for less. People have broken up for less. We're going to act like that on TV? Like, it'd be one thing if she was never going to find it out, but she is going to watch the show.
Exactly. And it's not like, I mean, she's, compared to some of the other women who sent out in the woods, she's badass. She's just having a little struggle with the fire, and like she got the stuff to catch, and then the wind comes and blows it all out. So it's also, not like she didn't.
Do you not want her to win the money? Like
exactly. Even
like, why would you not give her every advantage?
Even his father is like telling him, I know I raised y'all on tough love, but I think you're being a little too tough on her.
Absolutely wild.
But
we gotta get out of here. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
I know. But there's 2 episodes of that up there. If you're sitting and just maxing and relaxing, trying to get over this cough, you should go check it out.
I might check that out.
It's on Tubi and it's on Hulu. I don't know. I don't know which service you've got, but it's on Tubi and it's on Hulu.
We have both of these things.
So, yeah. So, well, thank you for coming and hanging with us on our first shambolic episode of the Conversation Chair. If you like what you see and you want to see more of this, hopefully we will be more put together. We'll be more put together, less sick next week. I'm not liking Restream, but I have to admit I do like this big.
Me too. I like the big split screen.
I like the big split screen.
We need to figure out how to do that everywhere else.
Exactly. But like if you like it, subscribe if you want more of it, ring the notification bell if you want to be reminded when we go live. Thanks to our ride or dies for coming and putting up with all of this nonsense.
Chloe, edit this whole video to make us sound good.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. See y'all later. Peace out.
Freaking out of here.
Okay, now I got to figure out how to hang up.
Yeah, because I can't end it.
I know. Oh, there it is. There's the button. Bye, y'all.
Bye.